Hello. So, got some news for you. I sold some Sony cameras. Um, had to pay taxes this year, so this will make up for it. Um, anyway, I wasn't utilizing it. I mean, I've been using more of the um, M4 Studio, M4 Pro Studio, and the uh, Studio 64. Okay, which is an M1 Mac Max or Studio or something. Anyway, long story short, sold 4 cameras. I sold the A7S3. I sold the A7R5. I sold the ZVE1, and I sold the um, A7C. So, why did I get rid of the A7C? Because of the A7CR. I already have super telephoto lenses for the Nikon, Canon, and Panasonic. I got the 60 to 600, for the Sony, but I've been using the 3 other cameras for the wildlife, and I've been usually using the Sony for the street photography because of the smaller lenses. So, in the process of getting everything together to sell it, I went to my camera store and they offered a pretty good deal. Of course, it was lower than what you could sell it individually, but then you have to worry about the hassle of people sending you bad checks. Um, you have to vet things out. I didn't want to go through a third party like eBay or Amazon or stuff like that. So I just went to my camera store and I was pretty satisfied what I could take back with me. Anyway, make a long story short, this is what convinced me of staying with the Sony A7CR instead of the A7C2. I mean A7C. The reason why is I thought I would get more money from the A7CR until I started doing these pictures. And I'll show you this right now. So this is the A7C, okay? If you crop it in, still looks sharp, but now it's pixelating. And at 7, it's really pixelated, okay? I can do the same one on A7CR, and it's totally different. So I used the Zeiss 35 millimeter, okay, f2.8, and I ended it up with my birthday cake celebration from my neighbor, wherein I watched over his pets while he was up north taking care of his grandkids with these Zeiss 55 millimeter f1.8. I forgot that I had this lens. Fantastic lens. So if we go to the next picture, this is all the A7C. The way you can tell if it's a good lens, and this is one of the tests I do. So Peter Gregg uses the Christmas lights to see if it can trip the cameras. Me, if you bring it in close, look at the light bulbs. Now, it's pixelating right now, but if you can see the filament on the inside of the glass where it's clear, it's sharp, okay? I wasn't pointing at where you put the light bulb in, the connection. I'm looking at the glass. So if you look at this one right here, even if it's pixelated, you can see the leaves behind the glass. So it's a sharp camera, okay? It's 8-bit. It's not like the Sony A7CR. And that's a 61 megapixel camera. So there's my dog. There's some plants. You know the routine. There's my favorite plant. If you Zoom in a little bit. Look how sharp that is. 24 megapixel camera, 8-bit camera, still excellent. Tiny, weighs less than the A7CR, but it's 8-bit. But still, never overheated on me. I got a thumb grip and a cage on it, so it should sell secondhand for someone that can use it all the time. And that's why I sell the equipment. Is I'm not upgrading, I'm downsizing. I think it's nice to have one camera system, but if you can afford two, go for it. I have like four major ones, and I'm thinking of downsizing with the Sony. I still have the APS-C lenses, so I got the FX30, I got ZV E10, two of them, and of course I have um, yeah, that's it. I have the A6100. Also have that. So I have four APS-C cameras and one full frame camera. That's all I need. I'm not doing any sports photography with this. I'll be doing street photography. So let's go to the next picture. And you can see how sharp this is. And this is not a macro. This is the A7C with the Zeiss 35 millimeter f2.8. You can't beat that, folks. That's wonderful. This is now the A7CR with the 35 millimeter Zeiss, but looking through the shades and looking through a pane glass. And if I focus on this, I can get in closer without pixelating. That's why I picked it. That's one of the reasons. Another one is the kids' little playhouse across the ditch. Come on, get over here. Oh, it's over here. Okay. So you see, I can get close. Look how sharp that is. Yeah, I move it like that. That's pretty good. And of course, the tree, 35 millimeter is pretty nifty. I love the long branch. I'm still thinking of cutting it down so I can have a better view of the nest, but nobody's going into the nest except for the squirrel. So I see a lot of twigs that the birds are trying to do their nests on, but I guess they're discarding it and let me to clean up their mess. But anyway, you can see how beautiful the greenery is with the clouds. This is all at f2.8. Okay. I didn't stop it down to f5 or 5.6 or 8. This is all at 2.8. Now I got a little bit too close to this flower. Okay, I should have backed up a little bit, but anyhow, there's my dog. Here's the same thing. So the test is, you can see the green leaves behind there, and I can get much closer. Of course, my little rock, my lock, the little flower just closed, the blue ones. Tried to get the nest, but it was focusing on the branch that I cut earlier this previous month. But this is kind of like the what I call the pimples on the tree, where they cut the branches a long time ago and it grew like that. And my dog, my cat, I got a mouse in the house. My cat needs to go to work, get rid of that mouse. And it looks like a pretty big mouse too. And it's not a rat. So what I mean by big is he's well fed. So hope he hasn't been in here for a while. But here's the, I'm going to mow that up tomorrow morning. And same plant, but later in the night or in the day. But look how close I can get. It still has a problem with focusing on the white contrast, and you can see a little purple fringing. Okay, that's caused by the lens, but still, uh, I still like the lens. And then here's a different view of Dusty. Look how sharp it is. And Wanda. Now she was a little bit out of focus. It looks like the brick in the background is more focused than her. It has a hard time on dark, like black, focusing, and on white contrast. And that's with any camera. Okay. So you would have to recompose now and then. Hope you can get it right. And then sometimes you have to go to manual mode just to get in that little centimeter of sharpness. And of the cranes, another picture of the flower, that, and then the clouds. And I love taking pictures of the clouds. Sunset right now. I'm going to be taking some pictures. And then for my 68th birthday, my neighbor was giving me thanks for watching his pets in his house, and he gave me some carrot cake. So a little bit out of focus. I got a little bit too close because it looked good. And we ate one piece and we're full, right? So I took half of it home. All right. What was left, I took half. And it's going to take me all week just to finish that. It's like German chocolate cake. All right. You eat it, you're done. You don't need anything else because it's so rich. And then I got a picture of his dog. Isn't that neat? Look at the bokeh on this lens. Okay. She's sharp. Her nose is kind of flurry, but I was focusing on her eyes. Right. Look how sharp the eyes are, both of them. Okay. And if you go in a little bit more, you might see my reflection. No, you don't. But you see, it's a little bit sharper on the left than on the right, I believe. So I thought I showed that to you at the end. And then, of course, Lucy. She's the old one. Her brother, Ricky, died, and then her old friend died. So she's the last one of her generation. But Rosie is calm in this picture, but most of the time she's jumping on me, begging for food. And she wants to be petted and all that stuff. So I'm going to end the show with this one. And that's full screen. Thank you for watching. I'm thinking about the Canon APS-C. I'm thinking of getting rid of those lenses and those cameras. And that should make up for the taxes that I paid. And I already paid them, but you use a credit card, so then you got to pay off the credit card. And that's what I want to do. So anyway, thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. Bye, folks. Have a wonderful day.